But we got it. That was still easier than the witch. Even with that many bosses, that was still easier than the witch. Because they had very legible attacks, right? That's one thing I was talking about with the witch. Her having that teleport. To think Gilroy turned mutant as well. The blight of the priestess is truly dreadful. As expected, you take care of House Milius after Kane's passing, Declan. We need something that suppresses even Gilroy. My work is far from done. These puppets will not do. They are far too frail for even amusement. Number 7. You know what must be done. Bring me another. How many homunculi is that now? No more. It ends here. Oh, number 7 killed Declan? Interesting. But yeah, no, that's I still stand by that. I think the witch could use much more readable attacks when it comes to being able to dodge them. This one, like, even though the attacks were delayed, there was still a very obvious sheath sword, 1, 2, and then attack, right? Like, there was a very legible attack, spin, you know, stuff like that. To think I would turn mutant, succumb to the madness. Thank you for bringing me to my senses. Why was the chief attuner with Declan? How is Declan connected to the Frosts? I don't know how much of that other man. I do remember Declan was close to Albelia? Declan and that man began to meet after he learned the passing of Lady. Well, is Declan not dead? I thought I had ended him, but he had become a homunculus himself. A tyrant that brought homunculi into this world only to torture and oppress his own creations. I will not stand for it. To this day, many of us have suffered at his hands. We must deal a decisive blow while he is still weakened. But why create homunculi only to treat them this way? There are those from House Milius who believe that Declan's descent into madness has to do with Abelia. But I, for one, choose to believe that man's very soul is rotten to its core. The man that created homunculi. I must see this matter closed with my own 2 hands. Will you help me? I don't want to see any more homunculi being hurt either. We'll do what we have to. Cooldown ability. Okay. Attacks in sync with moment. Allows for versatile range of approaches. In exploration. Requires cooldown period between uses. Interesting. It seems like that's very complicated to use. Wait, how do we get to the item on the other side? Oh, maybe we go, like, up and then around? Okay, maybe not. Okay. Down we go. I pull this. Magicite Hairpin. For each enemy defeated, the time of the cooldown ability is reactive. Oh, that's actually really helpful. Oh, I thought there was a wall over here. Declan's Estate. Are we near the end of this game? Oh, there's probably a secret area up here. Like a wall that we can go through. Okay. Yeah, see, that's what I was talking. Oh, hi. I'm in your debt. Rest assured, I will not forget this. You say number 7, you have my things. But that's kind of what I was talking about. I'm glad I could illustrate that point within the game itself about how, like, legibility in combat for a game like this, you know, something that's like Souls-like, or, you know, at least with difficult bosses, how important that is. Because we saw just the difference in the legibility, because we fought the witch bunch of times, could not do it because the legibility was a little bit off because of the teleporting and stuff like that. But in that fight, the legibility was there because every move had some sort of wind up. Even if it was like a short dive slash, we could still see it coming, right? We still could read those movements and be able to process them. And that's what I'm talking about when I talk about like legibility when it comes to a fight, right? I know legibility is a weird word because usually you kind of conflate that with like reading, like how legible something is to read, but it's an important part of game design that like you need to make sure that your player can understand what is happening to them on screen. Right, and we've talked about it with another game recently, which was Path of Exile 2, and how the legibility of that game is something that's like pretty difficult sometimes. And even the devs agreed because they fixed some of the stuff that I personally had talked about, which is that there were certain effects that would overwrite other effects. Really? You threw a frost bomb right on top of me? What a rude person. And you have to make sure the player can understand why they're losing, right? Is there no secret here? How do I get... Okay, so there's an item here that it looks like we get, and like these areas are blue, which means there's no secret entrance. This one we can do. We just got to go down and then do the wall slide thing. I'm not sure how we get this side. Oh, I see. No. Maybe we can go through here or something. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. Let's go back up. But and I know some people might be like, well, you don't have the right to tell developers to blah blah blah, right? And that's that's fine. Believe what you want to believe. I will say that like I did teach game design at a college level, and asset creation and stuff like that. So like I do have experience in the things that I'm talking about. So it's not one of those that I'm just like talking crazy or anything. Yeah, we can grab this. Oh, there's something else? Okay, at least put it up here. I guess we gotta take a leap of faith. Okay, nothing there. Grab that, that'll give us a healing back. Very confused. Oh, maybe there's a secret wall over here? No? For devs a different audience, like some may prefer one way and not the other player feedback. Yeah, and the thing is like I will never say that like, oh, my way is the right way to do it. I'm not that arrogant. There's a lot of different ways to do different things. I guess we just got to go this way. Maybe this way goes up and around. And this probably connects here. We still don't have the ability to go through these, right? And I'm guessing this door might connect back down here somewhere. And there's definitely stuff up here that we can't get to. But yeah, I'm not so arrogant as to believe that I'm, right 100% of the time. That's why I talk about the things in game development, not talk about like what they should do most of the time, because it's like I use comparisons to other things in the genre or in the industry, because that's what's most useful, right? You can go look at those games that have have those faults. Can we use these? Oh, we can. That have those like faults or those good design philosophies and use that to better understand what you could do to improve your own thing. Because I am also of the mind. Thank you, Stray. I will do that hydrate right now. Here you go. Because I'm not of the mind that every game should be like every other game. I don't think that really caters well to a good development lifestyle, right? Like, you want things to be different and new and interesting, but the concepts themselves don't have to be new, right? That's kind of what I'm getting at. Stop throwing grenades at me. Because it's one of those that, like, the philosophy my professor taught me that I try to impress upon my students as well is and people have probably heard this in multiple industries, it's the KISS philosophy. KISS is an acronym for Keep It Simple, Stupid. Which is a little insulting, obviously, but the point is basically don't try to overcomplicate things, right? Start simple. You know, look at what's been done and how you can make that your own. Wow, we just got destroyed by these piranha. And how you can make that your own, right? You don't have to reinvent the wheel with every single game, right? If you see a type of game you like, whether it's a Souls-like, whether it's a survival horror game, whether it's a battle royale, you know, look at what's successful, right? Look at what they're doing and why it's successful and go, okay, what can I learn from this to also see some success in mine, right? And again, sometimes that answer is just, hey, they've got the resources that, wow, we are getting wrecked in here. They have the resources that I don't have, right? Like, it's like if you're creating a battle royale and you're like trying to create the next Fortnite, right? You're probably not going to be able to do that. They have so many copyright, like, things and licensing things that you will probably never see in your lifetime for your game. It's not impossible, mind you, but it's just they have big backing that, like, smaller devs will probably never see. But you can look at, like, okay, look at how their guns are managed, look how their game is balanced, right? That's things you can recreate. You know, how legible is their UI? UI is a big thing that a lot of people forget about. One of the most useful things that no one thinks about, apparently, is like, how does your UI look? Like, this UI here, is this simple to understand? You've got your buttons down at the bottom with a picture of their abilities. That tells me what abilities I have on what buttons. Great. You got a mini map here. It's a map. And you got your health bar with how many healing items you have, and even a number of how much health you have. So if you wanted to get into the nitty-gritty of, like, how much damage an attack does, you can see that on screen. You also see what level you are, even though I will say the only illegibility that in this game that I have is the level. Because as far as I know, all the level does is up these stats on the left, but I don't know. It just says level up. So I'm guessing that means our stat goes up, you know? But legibility in UI is very important. And also, like, legibility in UI comes with things like accessibility. Like, okay, what the hell? Like, one of those that's like, okay, if someone struggles to like read or see certain things, could they read the font of, say, your health up there or the level there, right? So that's where things like dyslexia friendly fonts can come in. Also, what is the color scheme you're using? This has actually been a big problem with a lot of AAA games lately, is they don't think of the color scheme of their UI elements. And then people that are, like, red-green colorblind can't see half of the UI elements because they legitimately just can't see them, right? So, how terrible. What's the child doing here? You should go before Declan finds you. Okay. So, like, UI is very important. And also, does your UI match the aesthetic of your game? In this case, it very much does. You know. Oh, there's more of that poison water. I don't like those things. That's why, right there. Okay, what is this? Materials, good. But, you know, that's why I talk about game design. It's not necessarily because I want the devs to listen to me specifically or anything. It's just, I want people that may be interested in game design to listen to these things and go, oh, I didn't think about that, right? Do you want to be out of the collection? You'll be well cared for, just like us. Yikes. But, you know, because there's a lot of people that get into gaming going, you know, I would love to make my own video game, right? And I wholeheartedly support that. It is not as difficult as you might think to make a video game, but it's a bit harder to make a video game that's good. So, words etched into the cell. A tuner came today. The girl who's always with Redacted, I guess, wasn't told me about Redacted favorite food the last time. It is called bread. Always happy when I see, but today, okay. Seem like a different person. I'm scared. Do they hate me now? Ooh, okay. But, you know, you can get into game development. Like, it is a thing you can do. I wholeheartedly believe that. And I've told people that on more than one occasion. If you're interested in the field, you can indeed do. Okay, so we can't touch these. That's interesting. So these are the first enemies that we've run into where we can't come in contact with them. Most enemies you can touch as long as they're not attacking. So that explains why we were getting messed up earlier. But it's just one of those that, like, you have to. And it's, again, something that I told my students is you have to keep your scope in mind as well, because a lot of people are like, oh, I'm going to do game design. I'm going to make the next Skyrim. I'm like, by yourself? You know? Are you sure? It's not impossible, but enjoy spending the next 8 years of your life, you know, doing that. It's not an easy task. It is a completable task, just not an easy one. Okay, so there's got to be something down this way, right? Okay, we can't go through those either. So there's two types of barriers we can't get through. There's an item over here and a door. Okay. Declan's records. Number 78. Fusion with Beast from Crimson Forest. Blight influence, increased muscle strength, hair loss, mental confusion. Number 79. Combat organism based on number 7. Increased aggression, partial physical mutation. Number 99. Priestess specimen attained from Abelia. Experimental failed. Recycling what is usable. What are these dang grenades? Made a few games, working on a bigger one. I really like programming in C# or learning it more of a hobby. You know? Yeah, obviously, yeah. Nova, what a foul place. Yeah, doing it as a hobby is very important. For my liberal arts, wanted to come in something more specialized. Currently doing programming and web development as it's more close to my actual hobbies. Okay. Wait, I said healing. What's wrong? Quiet, they're resting. They're so soothing. Yes. Lilac, what are you doing? I just never get tired of watching them. I'm already tired. The outside world. Still a most unique demeanor, the weapons and equipment alone. Abilities I wield, along with every one of my belongings, appear to be from some far-off land, all a part of Declan's proclivities. In truth, these stylings are rather common within Declan's residence. It wasn't until I ventured outside that I realized how uncommon they are. Foreign nation, I wonder how many there are out there. I believe one of them is known as Land's End. I'd like to see it someday. But yeah, it's again, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it and say it's like super easy to get into game design either, you know, because it takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of dedication, which is the same with any craft, really. There's not really any craft that I can think of that doesn't take a lot of perseverance to do. Okay. Oh, the area below us. It's fun to make something and watch it work, but making something you expect people to pay for or spend time is different. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Oh. Okay. I jumped and it pulled me back here. Hello. 47. Do you remember me? We have business at the head of the household. Are you not the one that betrayed Declan? If you seek Master Declan, you need to use the rear entrance to the estate. It's sealed by magic. Key is with someone I am close to. Number 49. She is imprisoned within the cells. Find her and mention no more. Declan's cruelty knows no bounds. Please stop him. We intend to. Yeah. And obviously, you want the thing you're doing to be fun as well. Hit this lady through here? Yes, we can. We're just gonna get a little bit of cheese there. There's definitely a secret over here, yep. But we can't get through it because we don't have that ability. Oof. The lightning of these ladies is really intense. Oh, I don't like that feature. If they break themselves open, they get their health back. Alright, come on. Oop, oop. I see. I wonder if there's a way to tell which ones are going to transform and which ones aren't. Oh, jump out of the way, please. Thank you. Oh, let's heal. And we need to get here. Jump, jump, dash. There we go. Wait. I guess we gotta walk around. Here. Grimoire. Nice. We're unlocking all the things. By the way, the grimoires allow us to unlock things in the shop. Ow. Materials. Headless gold statue. Chance of obtaining something useful upon defeating something useful. Interesting. I wonder what that means. Come on. So I know I can get back up there. Okay, poison water has nothing in it. Pretty sure this is the shocking one, right? Okay, there's a grappling hook down here. Just gonna... Don't shoot the fish. By the way, I don't direct him. I just hold the button down and he chooses what to attack. Okay, I got stuck on geometry there. Not something right here? No? Okay. There's a waterfall there, but it's blocked by that ability, so I'm guessing that's the ability we're gonna get. I'm gonna check down here to make sure there's nothing else hidden. Okay, yeah, those are the electrical ones. There's ones with spikes that shoot spikes everywhere, so... In the cage. Unidentified transformer for Nola's abilities. Okay, so the thing we need to do is here, so that's pretty much this area done. Okay, got respite here. Okay, it looks like it's gonna connect back. Open. How terrible. So if they have blue eyes, that means can't see or hear. Oh, Jesus. I'm just gonna unload that on you. Please don't do that. Declan's Binds. Improve stats, primarily defense. Interesting. See, this is a really good design choice, right? So this character here, unactive, just says how terrible, right? This other one says I can't see anything, right? So you're like, okay, well, in order to talk to her, I probably need to get in front of her. But by getting in front of her, you find the secret, right? That's an example of a really good way of subtly telling the player that there's something there without having a big glowing arrow being like, hey, look here, you big dingus. We have things for you, you know? Also the fact that we can see a jail cell like here, but it's closed. Also, another good thing they do is when you're not finished with an area, it's gray. When you're finished with an area, it's blue. So, like, if we had gone into this area would have stayed gray because we didn't find the secret. So, that's one thing that this game does that a lot of other games don't do, which is a really, really, really helpful feature on when you're doing completionist-based stuff. Are you the friend? 49, we heard number 47 about a key. I stole it from Declan. Take it. Okay, that's the key. I was gonna give it to number 47, but I can't move. Free her for me. But again, that's and see, we can see here this turned to blue. That means there's nothing else to find, which means we can go into you know, another room. This one's blue, which means there's nothing in here except fighting these guys. But we want to fight these guys because they can give us stuff. The currency that we need. And see, here's another example. So all this is blue, which means we don't really need to get that. The reason why this one's gray is because we have this item here. This is gray because there's looks to be an area up here. This is gray because of this item, which I still don't know how to get. And the reason why these are gray is because they're counted as part of this area. So... so let's see. We have the key now, which goes here. There's not a... I guess we could go here, out, and then in. So... but, yeah. Like I said, this game has a lot of really, really great designs. I still do love it. I still think the witch fight could use some tuning, in all honesty. Again, obviously not impassable because we were able to do it, but... Declan turned himself into a homunculus. He dreaded the prospect of death. In this land, plagued by the reign of death, he sought desperately a means to survive. If he was close with Abelia, the Frost Priestess, it was almost certainly because she said to possess eternal life. This place, I had no idea something like this existed. After the passing of the Lord, he came into conflict with Gilroy and fled here, from where he has continued to operate. Stage a reflection of his twisted soul. One can only imagine what would happen to this nation were Declan to rule it. Okay. Alright, so we lose healing potency, but we get a lot of defense and some HP. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Yeah. Ooh, we can enhance abilities. Spinning slash that charges with lightning. Inflicts shock satisfaction. Ability can be steered by moving while active. Kinda like this one. Magic amplifier, unidentified transformer. Go ahead and enhance that. Inflict blaze. I do like poison clouds in games like this, because if you have like a boss that stays like pretty still, like they'll like move, stay still, move, stay still. Things like poison cloud could be very effective. If you watched our playthrough of Blasphemous, you know what I mean. Let's go ahead and just get her other ability. Memories. Okay. Extra. Enemies. Okay. Alright, let's save. And I think with that, I think we're going to go ahead and call it a stream.